Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day. Heidi, do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Monday, February the 17th. We are just 1 month away from St. Patrick's Day.
Crazy.
I know. I mean, we just finished Valentine's Day. Now it's almost time for St. Patty's Day. But today is President's Day in the U.S. of A. It is National Cabbage Day. Have you ever had, just cabbage? I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had just cabbage.
I've had cabbage in
coleslaw
and sauerkraut.
Cabbage soup my grandmother used to make.
Could you have, just a cabbage salad?
I'm sure you could. I've never done it.
And it's National Random Acts of Kindness Day. So today would be a great day to be really nice to somebody. I suggest to be really nice to your favorite radio married couple.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That's us.
That would be lovely.
Unless, of course, there's another favorite radio couple you know of. I do have a really cool person I'm going to be talking to today. It's a Movie Star Monday.
Sweet.
And I've got a young lady by the name of Clarissa Jacobson. I'll be joining her for Movie Star Monday. And one of our favorite shows, Hoodwinked. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. I loved that movie.
So she was in the sequel, Hoodwinked 2. She's one of the voices that you hear in there. It's still an awesome show.
Hoodwinked 2 wasn't as good. You know it wasn't.
Oh, come on. It was awesome. And she's also a writer and director and producer and all that of a thing called Lunch Ladies. And she's got a book out, too. I'm excited to chat with Clarissa coming up in a bit.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A MarketWatch survey found that jobless claims have fallen to a 50-year low, which
How fantastic
that's
is
very
that?
Good. So it's really good for people who have been looking for a job and finding jobs. That is fantastic.
That's beautiful.
Love that.
Love it.
Love it. I've got a link to that story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At BetterCreditCards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. After pulling a car over for speeding, Florida police thought they maybe hit a jackpot here when they found an array of narcotics, cocaine, ecstasy, meth, fentanyl, and GHB stashed in the pouch labeled bag full of drugs.
I saw this.
This is not smart.
I saw that. That is so funny.
2020 Kia was driven by Ian Simmons, 34-year-old Orlando resident. The only passenger in the sedan was another 34-year-old Joshua Reinhart. They were pulled over on Interstate 10, and they had this bag that said right on it, bag full of drugs. And guess what? It was.
I'm sure they thought that was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. It was full of drugs. $117,000 bond.
Jeez.
Is what they got. Doesn't say how much the drugs were worth. So I'm looking in here. Usually they say that, how many dollars, but I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It was still stupid.
It really was. But that's what happens when your brain is on a bag of drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Take a listen to this. Now, we did not watch last weekend, and we did not watch this weekend, but tickets for the XFL game in Washington, D.C., it wasn't this weekend, it was last weekend. They were selling online for more than tickets to the NFL Washington team, Redskins. So, the XFL tickets were selling for more than the NFL tickets.
Really?
Yeah. So, there's some folks in the NFL that are going, oh, that's not good.
No, that's not good for them.
And Michelle Williams told, is it Us Weekly or US Weekly?
I think it's...
Because it's both capital letters.
Yes.
So, but there's no periods.
I think it's I don't know. I don't know.
So I don't know if it's Us. Well, she told that magazine, whether it's Us Weekly or US Weekly, Michelle Williams said that the hazing rituals were brutal when she first joined The View. They held her down and made her watch like a whole episode of The View.
Oh,
I'm
jeez,
just
can
kidding.
you imagine?
No, they just made her
That
talk
is
to Joy Behar.
Torture.
I honestly, you know what? Joy's probably a sweetheart.
No, she's not.
She
Have you
probably
seen
is.
her
I've
for
seen the
even a
videos.
2-second span?
I know. She's been like...
Yeah, she's insane.
well, yeah, but, she's probably a sweethearted person.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
I don't know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Take a look at this. It says, are you ready for some earth-shattering news, Heidi?
Okay.
It says, make time for regular trips or vacations with family and friends. That is linked to higher overall well-being. So taking time away from the daily grind is good for you. In a study, Americans who say they take regular trips have significantly higher well-being than those who do not.
Agreed.
We should take some trips.
We should take way more trips.
We should. Let's leave now.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait till the show's done, but maybe. Miami has canceled their Chinese New Year festival over health concerns of the coronavirus. So I don't know why they would be concerned unless there was something sent there from China that they're like, well, we don't want to open these party favors from China, or I don't know what the concern would be exactly. That would,
yeah, that's bizarre because that's way far away.
Well,
so.
New Year's festival, Chinese New Year is like now, I think. I don't know.
Oh, the
I have no
Chinese
idea.
New Year.
Yeah, they canceled their Chinese New Year festival. So I don't know when that is.
I don't know when that is either, but that is really bizarre.
I should probably open a book more often around here. I'm just saying.
It's overrated.
This is kind of an interesting story, and I know there are some that are going to love this and some that are going to probably not, but the Mormon Church recently revealed that they have quietly amassed over $100 billion in funding. I don't know what their funding
So what are they
is
gonna
for.
do with
I'm
that?
not sure, but probably throw one heck of a shindig. Probably not. I don't think so. A TSA agent was arrested in Los Angeles at the International Airport, LAX, for tricking a female passenger into showing him her breasts twice during a screening.
Oh.
It's like, you're going to have to turn around. You're going to have to take off your shirt. You're going to have to do that again. And she did it twice. You're like, wait, what?
Oh.
I have no idea. He was lost his job for doing this. He was arrested. It's a bad deal. I don't encourage you to do that.
I just do it on my own at every
Would
screening.
you just stop?
I don't even ask.
He's walking through. Did you need me to remove this? They're like, put it on.
Please stop.
Just go. Move. At least 24 Americans are infected with the coronavirus on board a ship that was quarantined in Japan.
Yikes.
So there's at least 24 Americans on that ship now. Apple may be forced to delay their cheaper version of the iPhone. So they're working on bringing out like a cheaper version of the phone. And they're saying, I don't know that we're going to be able to have that ready in time. So I guess we'll see.
Huh.
SeaWorld trainers will no longer ride dolphins at the theme park after PETA complained the stunt was demeaning and was not good for the animals' souls. So,
I think the animals probably love it. They get played with and
I don't know.
petted. And
I have no idea what an animal thinks. I have no idea. That's going to do it for your scoop of the day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Movie Star Monday. Our guest today is Clarissa Jacobson. In addition to being a star in movies, she's also the writer and producer of movies. She's got one out right now called Lunch Ladies. The website for that, lunchladiesmovie.com. It looks really funny. Also, the author of a new book called I Made a Short Film, Now WTF Do I Do With It? It's a guide to film festivals, promotion, and surviving the ride. We've got Clarissa joining us right now. How you doing, Clarissa?
I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be here talking to you. Thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. Now, I bet you probably have that happen a lot where people will go through and they'll, work with some friends and they'll make this movie and they got it done. They're like, okay, now what do we do with this thing? But you've kind of built this guide to film festivals and promotions, and I like how you put it, and surviving the ride, because it is a bit of a ride, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it was my first film, and I just was very determined to prove a concept for my feature. I wrote the feature first, and I was just very determined to get it out there. I didn't know anything about it, and I just did tons and tons of research, talked to everybody, trial and error, and found my way, because there's a lot of mystery around getting your film out on the film festival circuit, how to get reviews, and I figured it out, and my director kept saying, you should write a book, and I was like, writing a book's hard, don't want to write a book, it's hard, but so many filmmakers would ask me how I did it, and so then I was like, okay, I think I'm going to put some pen to paper, and then when people ask me, they're like, here's my book. So, so I wrote it early this year, and it's been a really cool ride. It's been a cool ride, yeah. Being a published author is pretty cool.
That is really cool. We're going to throw a link to make it easy for people to find the book, and then we're also going to throw a link to make it easy for people to find the movie. But I want to talk to you about some of these other movies that you've had a chance to be a part of. I'm looking through, I'm snooping you here on IMDb, and I see that you were one of the voices on a movie that my family loves, Hoodwinked 2, Hood versus Evil. We actually fell in love with Hoodwinked, the first one, and then we've seen all the other fun stuff. There's some other little side projects they did. What was it like working on a project like that? That had to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that was interesting, because what happened was I got onto that because voiceover is very interesting, because you get jobs a lot of ways through different ways, not necessarily through auditioning, sometimes by people you know, by other people recommending you. And in this particular situation, the director of the film knew a friend of mine, and he had me in to do scratch work. And what scratch work is when you come in, so let's say like Meryl Streep is the lead, you can't bring Meryl Streep in to do all the practicing so the animators can make the character. So what they do is they have other actors come in and do the lines, so that they can, because the animators want to hear what the voices sound like to work with the characters before they build them, if that makes sense. So I did a ton of scratch work on Hoodwinked 2, and he loved my work, and so he threw me a bone and gave me a part on it, which was really, really great and exciting, and had a lot of fun on that, yeah.
That's awesome. And I see also Dead Space Aftermath. You were the bridge officer there, and then just recently a very important film. The movie was actually called A Very Important Film, and your Clarissa was playing Clarissa. How fun was that?
Yeah, that was, I made a very important film as like a joke, because what happens is, and it's true, it's the same with the Oscars, like usually the only types of films that win any types of accolades are, what I like to call important films, dramatic, serious films, and so I said, I was making fun of it. So I did a faux mockumentary about a woman named Clarissa who made a short named LunchLadies, and is, embarrassed about it, and has then decided now that she must make a very important film. So this is my 5-minute mockumentary of making fun of that whole the system of comedies and horrors always being disregarded by awards. They often get disregarded, don't have regard as much as an important film would say.
So your character was named Clarissa, just like you, and your character made a movie called LunchLadies, just like you. So this was you, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, of course it was me. I wanted somebody to play me, but, I'm the best to play me because I'm me. So, I had to come back to acting for, a brief moment and do the 5-minute very serious mockumentary about, how embarrassed I was that I made this movie, LunchLadies, if only I made something important,
Now, let's talk about LunchLadies. I had a chance to watch this through Amazon Prime, and the cool thing is, if you have Amazon Prime, you can just click on there and watch it for free, and I encourage people, if you have that, if you're interested in this thing, check it out. It's really fun. But when I clicked on there and watched it, I was laughing. It's supposed to be a comedy, right? I hope.
It's a what?
It's a
horror?
A comedy. Yeah. You're supposed to be laughing about this throughout here, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a comedy horror in the vein of, I'd say it's kind of like John Waters, it's compared to like John Waters meets Pedro Maldivar, meets John Hughes, meets Tim Burton. It's got like a real culty, quirky kind of if you like comedy horror, you'll probably like it. It's wild and surrealistic and over the top.
So where did you come up with the idea, as we're talking about Lunch Ladies now, where'd you come up with the idea for this movie?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, it's not your typical type of thing you would come up with. But the woman who's the lead in it, she was telling me, she's an actress in her early 50s, and she was telling me that, she just wishes that, she said, it's so tough when you're an actress, in your mid in your 50s, because there's always only one role for you, and it's always like the mother or some other, it's never like a lead role. And she said, I really wish someone would write a movie about lunch ladies, because then there'd be two middle-aged women and they would be leads and they wouldn't be, and I said, wow, that's such an interesting idea. And then at the time, and I'm going to give a spoiler alert here, at the time Donna was starring in Sweeney Todd. So I said, would it be funny if Lunch Ladies was a spoof on Sweeney Todd? And then, because everybody does spoofs on Sweeney Todd, what if they're huge fans of Johnny Depp, because Johnny Depp starred in Sweeney Todd? And so everything that they do is about getting to be Johnny Depp's personal chef. So it's about two murdering lunch ladies in love with Johnny Depp. So it came about in a really weird sort of way. And I remember when I told my writing teacher I was going to write it, he said, that's either going to be the most amazing thing or the worst thing I've ever seen. It's a totally quirky, strange idea.
Well, I think it's a whole lot of fun. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us about that. We're going to throw a link to the movie if people want to see it, but also to your book. So if there's some aspiring movie writers and movie producers and actors and actresses listening, they can find out the little path that you have used. We'll throw a link to all of that online as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today has been Clarissa Jacobson, writer, producer of Lunch Ladies, that website, lunchladiesmovie.com, and author of a book, I Made a Short Film, Now WTF Do I Do With It? I've got a link to both of those things in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you have a lucky shirt? FunkyMonkeyShirts.com has several lucky shirts to wear next month for St. Patrick's Day. Or if it's a really lucky shirt, you can wear it every day. Green shirts, four-leaf clovers, Irish sayings, and more. Don't wait. If you order your lucky shirt right now, it can be here in time to wear for St. Patrick's Day. Find t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It says you have a nail in your body. Ha 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 ha. Or at least the components of one. Iron is an important nutrient that the human body needs. It helps your red blood cells carry oxygen, which is necessary for producing energy throughout the body. That's why an iron deficiency can present itself with feelings of exhaustion. Oh, hey, you have
I am very iron deficient.
Yeah, and that's why you're exhausted.
They won't even take my blood.
Amazingly, a healthy adult has about 3 grams of iron, enough that if we were to pull that out and melt it down, you could put a nail up to 3 inches long out of that iron.
Wow.
So there you go. That is today's fun fact.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, China. The Chinese government has begun mass arrests of suspected coronavirus patients who are walking outside the quarantine. They're like taking off.
Yeah.
They're splitting.
Good.
So they're saying, no, you
spread it. Yeah.
You can't leave. They're like, I don't want to stay here no more. And they're like, well, you shouldn't have got the coronavirus then. Sorry. You made that choice. Oh, you didn't make that choice? I think the whole thing is terrible. And like I said,
it's horrible.
It seemed, every time I read another story about this, it seems more and more like the plot to a movie. Mm-hmm. Doesn't it just seem like we're gonna see like the ending of this is gonna be really bad?
No, I think it'll be
I sure
control.
hope it turns into something nice. That would be really good. But it's a very bizarre story, and this has been a news headline from somewhere in this world.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. An Australian man using a mobile phone while riding a horse is now facing court charges. He's going to court because he didn't have a hands-free device fitted to the animal. What? The man was traveling at an estimated speed of 10 kilometers per hour, holding a mobile phone to his ear, and police stopped him. When he later had the matter dealt with in local court, they said under the road rules, a horse is a vehicle, and you didn't have a hands-free device fitted to the horse. While the defendant's solicitor, that's like their attorney, submitted that the matter was trivial, the 30-year-old man did plead guilty to using a mobile phone while riding a horse because he concludes that the horse was in motion. So that whole story is just very bizarre.
That is petty.
I would never have thought, but I can understand. I can't imagine having something like bolted to the horse, but I could see putting in an earpiece.
On the horse?
No, in yourself. The horse doesn't care what's going on over the phone. Would you just stop? Thanks for listening to today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Now your moment of duh, brought to you by SingleStudentLoan.com. 2 cheerleading teams at local high schools in St. Louis have been suspended for the remainder of the year after a brawl between the squads. It broke out between cheerleaders from East St. Louis and Trinity Catholic High School. The video has been watched hundreds of thousands of times. Posted a few days ago, the video shows that 2 minutes into the Battle of the Cheerleaders event, a fight broke out. And it continued for over a minute in the video. Viewers can see people trying to break up the brawl. Both East St. Louis and Trinity Catholic announced an immediate end to the cheerleading season for the year. East St. Louis released a statement saying, in part, "We will not lower our expectations and will consistently take strong action when safety and sportsmanship is compromised." What in the world is going on?
I don't know I wonder what they were fighting about.
Well, because they thought that they were better cheerleaders, and the others said, "I disagree with you." So it turned into quite the spectacle. Want to see the video? I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up just to trick you and to amuse me?
All right, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Fake news or Florida? A Sarasota janitor was fired from a daycare after mixing vodka in the Kool-Aid container. Fake news or Florida?
Fake news.
This is fake news. How did you know that was fake news? You knew it so fast.
I just don't think
So
somebody
fast.
would do that.
You don't think so, really?
No.
I think people would do that.
No.
I think you would do that.
I would not.
Like, I'm not getting rid of any of my good vodka. I'm not going to give it to no kids.
It's not like it was the school dance.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that'd be-
I would say people did that all the time. I guess maybe since it was a daycare. Is that what gave it away?
Well, it's just
Was it
that
high
it was
school
just
student,
like
would you
a
think?
typical day. If it was like a party, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that totally happened."
All
But
right. I'm trying to learn how to lie better. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for all your help. This has been Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com, and I think this is actually a brilliant idea. A woman is reunited with her lost dog after finding her dog on the side of a beer can. Yeah.
What?
A woman in Minnesota is reunited with her lost dog when she saw a photo of her pup on a beer can. Motorworks Brewing in Bradenton, Minnesota came up with the idea. They teamed up with the Manatee County Animal Services to spread the word about adoptable dogs. One of the dogs pictured on a beer can, they put Day Day, is going to her forever home, but she wasn't adopted. When Day Day came through the doors at the Manatee County Animal Services, she had a microchip registered to Monica Mathis, but the contact info was out of date. Despite their best efforts, the shelter employees could not locate Day Day's family. Last week, well, this is actually from like 2 weeks ago, so a while back, she was on Facebook and she saw her dog that she lost 3 years ago featured on a beer can. She said, I was scrolling pretty much on Facebook and I saw Day Day. Wait a minute, that's my dog. Day Day went missing when she lived in Iowa. She said, I really thought she was gone. I never thought I'd see her again. I had doubts. I was like, gosh, it looks like her, but is it really her? Day Day went missing. She and her family moved to Minnesota. It's not clear how the dog made it from Iowa to Manatee County.
Crazy?
Absolutely crazy. It's a really cool story, and I've got a link to this story in the show notes for today. There's a video, too, if you want to hear somebody tell the story way more, way more better. See, I can't even say that right. If you want to hear somebody tell the story better than I did. Can I be done now? Is it time for me to take a break? I think I need a nap. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Monday.